This is Dominique Galbraith, and you are listening to the Diary of a Former Workaholic. So, on this episode, I actually want to start with a question. And that question is, what do you do when you've taken a step of faith, when you've moved in the direction that you felt God leading you into, which was a pivot away from what you're familiar with and what you've always done, and you've taken that step in faith, and then it seemed like all hell breaks loose. What do? Do you quit? Do you turn back? Do you go back to what you're familiar with? Do you take it as a sign that maybe I didn't hear right? Maybe it was just me and my thoughts. Maybe it wasn't God. That is the question that I found myself asking myself, just within the past few weeks. And thank God I didn't stay there. But it's a real struggle. I have been a fashion designer for all of my adult life and an entrepreneur. And, running a fashion business, sewing, doing custom is what I know. That is what I know. That is how I know to make money. But that doesn't mean that I didn't have many other skills and ideas. I pretty much just sat on them. And, I utilized them here or there to help friends and family. And I'm talking specifically about business consulting. But I didn't really do much with them. And there was a word that my mom gave me back in 2013. It was the night of a major fashion show that I had just completed. And she said to me, and it was prophetic, she said, God said, don't limit yourself. And I never forgot that word. That was almost 10 years ago. I never forgot that word. And it was during this season where God was calling me to pivot, mainly during the start of the pandemic, that word became something that I needed to actually hold on to, because it helped to confirm that God was calling me to do more than be a fashion designer. And so I was able to write a book and also move on an idea that I had for a while, which is to start designing by faith. And so, I moved on those things. Designing by Faith is a business consulting agency, but it does I do a variety of things through that business.